Well, it's Dan Ross, author of the Junior Stars book series. I've got a young gentleman here with me, Rhys. He's a up-and-coming young boxer. He's got a good story to tell as well, and it's based on a post that I put out just during the week there on self-belief. I think it's important that obviously the children, parents, teachers, coaches and all that get an understanding there that no matter what happens in life, be it sport, recreation, whatever, is every time you get, for some reason someone says you're not good enough, that doesn't matter. It's keep going, keep persevering, and eventually it'll come good for you. What my view is I've coached for a long time now, my view is that failure or anything like that is part of development, and I think you only learn through having rejections and whatever it is you're involved in, be it football, karate, judo, anything whatsoever, and it's only through that you'll develop. Rhys here, 16-year-old, I know he's been involved with a few professional clubs, and each time he's given his 100% effort, and through circumstances, probably out with his control, it's not worked out for him, but he's developed himself into another sport, which is boxing. I'm going to be asking Rhys a couple of questions in relation to what his story is, and it is a very interesting story. So Rhys, tell us, you've obviously been involved in football, you've been involved with 4 professional clubs. See, when it didn't work out for you, can you tell me how that made you feel?
Well, I felt gutted knowing that don't want me playing with the club. Felt low for a couple of days, but picked yourself back up and went elsewhere, and just as good. So
you'll see obviously Rhys is saying there that he's picked himself back up and moved on. Certainly I know a lot of kids that they wouldn't be the case, they would go into their shell after being rejected. So what would you say then that made you keep going? What was your secret?
Well, when I was young, obviously I've always wanted to be a professional football player. I've always wanted to never give up my dreams. So leave the first club, felt gutted, looked at my dreams, just what I kept going, follow my dreams, and I went elsewhere.
That's excellent. But obviously the last club you're involved in there, I think that what you said to me before was due to you just being small, which I think, to be honest, is ridiculous. However, what you've done now is you've kind of readjusted your strategy, and I mean that you've looked at a different sport, and the sport you're now involved in is boxing. So can you tell me a wee bit about that, about your boxing career so far?
Well, I've done all right, training every night. I had two competitive fights, had 2 victories. Was fighting another weekend there, get the one. And I was just scrolling through Facebook the other night there, and I seen that the boy I had bet was fighting for a British title fight in Sky on the 5th of November, and it just made me feel on top of the world, and I don't see why I can't go and go places.
Go further. So. You see there, young Rhys here is what he's done. What I found interesting was the fact that he said these professional football clubs have looked at him. It hasn't worked out, and that's not to say it can't work out in the future. However, what he's done is that he's readjusted his views and readjusted his kind of focus into another sport, which is boxing. He's now fought the person who is going to be going for the British title fight. Again, I believe it's in Sky Sports. And for a young man there to have that determination to continue, I think it's quite commendable. And you'll see there, he's quite a modest young guy, as I say, but what he has is a self-belief in himself. What I would say for anybody watching this video is it doesn't matter how many rejections, failures, or anything at all you have, especially as a young kid, it's how you bounce back. And I would always say, if plan A doesn't work, you go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, you go to plan C, and so on and so on and so on. Never give up on your dream. And what I would also recommend as well, with anybody watching this, is when you've got a guy like this who's determined to be successful in anything he does, and when he goes to that job interview and it doesn't work out for him, and he's given a rejection from there, it's not going to stop him. He's going to progress to the next job interview until he gets something that he really enjoys and wants to be, and that's how it's got to be in life. So just before we finish this video, obviously you're going to get a lot of viewers that will watch this, but what would your advice be to a young kid who's had a rejection or basically someone telling them that they're not good enough, what would you say to that?
I'd just say never give up on what you want to do. Want to be a professional footballer. There's nothing out there stopping you. Don't see why you should give up. Just obviously the head will be down low if anything happens, but just get the head straight back up and on you go. Nothing stop me.
Fantastic. Again, I'm really pleased to meet young Rhys. I'd like to speak to him in a year's time, see how he's getting on. For those of you who are watching, obviously the books can be downloaded on Amazon. You don't need a Kindle, like I keep saying. There'll be other books coming out for variety of sports, and I think boxing's going to be one of them, I would say. So thanks very much for listening. If you've got the video, please can you like it, share it, and I'd also particularly like to hear some comments for any of your kids that's been in the same position as Rhys and how they managed to get out of that and where they are just now. But I think you can clearly see here the advice that young man's given is fantastic, and I hope you can take that on board. So thanks for listening.
Cheers.